Good afternoon and welcome back to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I have a solid war first of the season and I jump in with Sim Supreme, Warlock, and Quake. Now I brought Warlock up to rank 4 using the last of my tier 2 alpha specifically for this path. I need a bleed immune champion for war. This Doctor Strange is nothing special. You just kind of got to be mindful of the power gain a little bit. This guy I think is running like 2 points in Limber. It's not a noticeable amount of points in Limber to be honest, so I didn't really notice. I got the reparry there to get the heavy off. I'm able to bait a special one just because the heavy keeping him aggressive. I dex that out properly and we're able to do a standard rotation into the Doctor Strange here. Nothing too crazy. Throwing out some combos here. Throw out a heavy here because I want him to throw his special one, because the special one's a lot more easy to dodge out than the special two. You know, better to play it safe in war. He throws a heavy here, so I'm able to go in, do a full 5-hit combo, throw my special 2, and the fight is over. Now, yeah, really nothing too crazy about that. I don't know if the Doctor Strange is like a super difficult champion there, or if it was just a diversity pick. I'm pretty sure it was a diversity pick, but you know, I'm not too familiar with like OP strats that maybe I'm not thinking of. Next up is Yondu. So this is the reason why I brought Warlock, because I do have that bleed immunity and that's gonna save me a lot here in this matchup. Here I go for the parry and I just kind of forgot you can't parry Yondu up close, so I didn't get the parry at the start of the fight, and that tripped me up, caused me to take a full hit to the face. But after that, I'm able to get my bearings and do my standard like parry heavy game into the Yondu, and then Warlock's like a really good answer to Yondu, because every time you parry or block his Yaka arrow, he ends up power draining himself, which means he ends up like almost permanently power drained throughout the whole fight. So you don't have to worry too much about a special 2 from him. After that, I'm able to just pummel into him for the most part. Baiting out these special 1s to get the most value out. I throw my special 3 to end the fight here, and it's all good. Probably could have played this a lot better. Most of the damage I took here was just from that initial combo. I think I took like 35% of my health from that initial combo, but Warlock's still really good. Can't wait to have him at rank 5 someday. Maybe not anytime soon, but he's definitely on my list. I just need to build up the tier 2 alpha. Wasn't able to get any of the shared minis in the middle. I didn't touch that mini, that unknown mini. It wasn't shown here, but that unknown mini, that player was running full suicides, I'm pretty sure, because like they had like an Omega Red, an Omega Red, a Corvus Glaive, and like a Ghost in their top 4 or something. So I was like, I'm pretty confident this is a suicide player, so I didn't want to take that without a mutant. So next up, I'm on Path 9 again here. This is the Confusion node, so I'm going to jump in here and Quake this Juggernaut just because he's unstoppable, but that really doesn't mean anything to Quake at the start of the fight. The only thing is, you know, you got to dash to dodge and dodge to dash. And Quake is fairly easy because you don't have to alternate or anything. Personally, I think the Confusion node, the only trip up is essentially when it drops. I'm lucky he's playing super defensive when the Confusion drops in this node. And then the stun triggers, and I have like all this time to like reset and get comfortable with you know, the inverted controls flipping back to normal. 2 simple rotations and that fight is over. Absolutely loved it. Great time for me. After that, this is next fight I think is a magic, and every time I jump into war it seems to be like a magic on this inverted controls. I don't really understand. I think it's like trying to get some value out of a diversity pick, or maybe I'm missing something. I think it's got to do with the like force of will, where like the ability accuracy modification, so you can't like use blade to prevent limbo from triggering, which makes a lot of sense. But to me, like Quake and Ghost are like the best answer to this whole path, just because they're so easy to use, and both of those champions not too affected by a magic to be honest. But you know, again, I'm like super biased as a Ghost and Quake player. Not everybody has that in their arsenal. You know, they don't even have the champs, let alone know how to use them. But for me, it's just like a free fight. And here I saw an opening after the second, you know, heavy window to just go in for some regular hits and end the fight early, so I took that opportunity, but just kind of depends on how tanky that magic is, slash a little bit on luck for how aggressive she plays. This next fight is Captain Marvel movie. I did confirm that she's not going to ramp up binary ignition charges from me holding heavy with Quake, so I go ahead and I jump in here and I just do my standard thing. I really like taking this boss node because, yeah, it's limber, it's not the worst, but you know, there's no true strike, there's nothing anti-Quake, so I can just jump in here with Quake. I don't need to worry about health or anything, and the really only thing I have to be mindful of is that every like Quake and Shake rotation just gets smaller and smaller because the stun does get reduced every time it happens. So to a degree it does make for a longer fight, but it's really not that stressful because the stun still triggers. I think around the like 15th stun or something, it's happening very quick, and that's when it gets stressful. But in a 3-minute war, you're not proccing the stun often enough for it to be stressful. So here I'm able to just standard Quake and Shake into this Captain Marvel movie and completely ignore any of the defense value or the node values of this whole fight, and just absolutely wreck her. Here, she's almost done, so I just got to get one more good rotation in. I throw a heavy because she is like up in my face, and I wanted to back her off so I could get like a little bit of breathing room. Sometimes I do that just to make myself comfortable. And again, that Quake and Shake rotation comes off for the earthquake damage, so I throw my heavy to just kind of end the fight a little bit early so I can pummel into her, and things are good. Next up, I have Doom and Quake again. Like this Doom, I don't really know what people use for this Doom, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe Ghost, but honestly probably just Quake because you know, it's like a power gain node, enhanced power, special 2 node, all that jazz, and none of that matters when you bring Quake. She is like the ultimate power control champion in the sense that you never give your opponent power, so as long as you're playing well, it's like a really good matchup, and this is like a free fight. All things considered, because you know, you also get that class advantage, so he just deletes every Quake and Shake rotation. That first one took off a little more than 35% of his health, I think. The second one here knocks him down to 36, so I'm thinking, yeah, I just got to get like one more good rotation in and he'll be down. He plays fairly aggressive here, but I'm able to do my standard Quake and Shake rotation here. I think he's almost dead, so I decide to jump back in, and I decide to go greedy, and that was a big mistake. So now I'm like here trying to force hold block so he doesn't throw his special 1. I'm able to do another combo rotation and get that kill, so I was like mindful of the damage there, but that definitely could have gone south very quick. So here I'm able to get the champion boss. Normally like it's a struggle to get the boss, but no one brought a counter for the champion, so I was able to like let my battle group know, hey, I can get that one shot. So they left it open for me. I jump in with Sim Supreme here, rank 2 for this is the champion, and I decided to start with a dodge start so I can get like an intercept start as well, just to like time the staggers to the rotations of his fury gaining and stuff. I hit some sick parries here, but I still take a ton of block damage, so I gotta be mindful of the parries there. You can see here I push him to a special 1, my rotation triggers, and I'm able to back off. And you know, standard stuff. We're really just waiting for a special 3. I got a double parry there. I was kind of hoping he'd throw a heavy. He did not. I'm able to get an intercept here. I've got 100 genetic mutations, so I decided to throw my special 3. Fight's not going too quick yet, but we're about to hit the damage phase for Sim Supreme, and this is honestly where it becomes ideal. So moving into the champion here, he's at a special 2, so I decide, you know what, I've still got like 2 minutes, so I'm just going to play it safe. I could hit into him, but I opt to just bait the special 2 instead, hammer into him afterwards, just trying to get as many staggers and bleeds as I can. I'm able to get a quick special 2 off for all 3 effects, but after that it's really just the armor break, a quick parry, he throws his heavy, and I'm able to get another combo in, but I did lose like my full damage window there, unfortunately. But that's okay. I'm able to bait a special 2, and I'm like really not stressed at all because I've still got like over a minute and a half. Here I don't throw the special 3 because I have like no genetic mutation. I'm just trying to find an opening here. I wasn't comfortable going for the intercept, so I went for a parry and like a lot of force blocking, try to get him to throw a heavy. Here I bait the special 1. I opt to punish I opt to not punish and just throw my special 3 instead, just because he's like almost dead, but I don't have any staggers on him, so I don't want him to like go unstoppable or trigger a Fury or anything like that. So I want to trigger the whole nullifies phase from Sim, so I don't have to worry about any of that. I'm able to go straight back into a regular rotation, and you can see here it was a really good thing I threw my special 3 because the unstoppable and Furies did trigger, but they were instantly nullified as a result. Able to do a standard combo here and a special 1 to end the fight. Solid fight. 66 hits, none taken. Overall, pretty good. So that was my first Alliance War of the season. Feels great. Hopefully we can keep it strong and push into Plat 4. And who knows, maybe we'll cheeky our, I really don't know how fast you move between tiers and Plat, but it would be nice to see Plat 3 one day, just in general. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.